Had a blessed Thanksgiving. It is true that our hearts were heavy, of course, with Sarah and Andrew, these two selfless National Guardsmen who were senselessly attacked while they volunteered for service to defend the rest of their fellow Americans, and they literally took bullets for it. And so our prayers are with Andrew as he recovers, and our hearts and prayers are with the family of Sarah. It reminds us that freedom isn't free, and some people make the ultimate sacrifice so the rest of us can have that. You know,
First off, happy Thanksgiving as well. But quick question: what are your thoughts about and not related to the?
It matters. Special elections are strange animals, and anything can happen. And when you're in a deep red district, sometimes people assume that the conservative will win, and you cannot assume that because anything can happen. So we encourage everybody to go out there and make that happen.
Twice, it's still awaiting action in the Senate for some reason, but many are still asking when an in-person same-day.
That my assessment of this, my understanding is that most of the people that have looked at this, at least in a preliminary review, say that the admiral who ordered the second strike thought it was necessary to complete the mission. He's a highly decorated, highly respected admiral in the Navy, and he made that call. And so, you know, we're going to have to look at that. I'm sure Congress has a right to look at it. I don't know how much of the tape should be released because I'm not sure how much is sensitive with regard to national security and all that. I haven't had a chance to review it, so I'm not going to prejudge it. But I will say it, okay? And secondary strikes are not unusual. It has to happen if a mission is going to be completed. So I haven't reviewed the scope of the mission. I haven't reviewed that particular strike. I don't know what went into the admiral's decision matrix, but it's something that Congress will look at, and we'll do that in the regular process and order. I think it's very important for everybody to reserve judgment and not leap to conclusions until you have all the facts, and that's what we'll be uncovering. Yes. And what I said, we didn't commit to that. What I said is, when you have, this is just practical, okay? When you have a razor-thin majority, which we have, this is not like the old days. You know, in the old days, they had 30, 40-seat majorities, and so 4 leaders could go in a back room, create the agenda, and hoist it upon everybody and say, this is what you're doing. And if 20 or 25 people disagreed, they said, so what? Go jump in the Potomac. We're moving forward. Okay, it doesn't work that way, right? And when in an era of small margins, I literally have to get almost every person in the room on board. Now, healthcare is a very complex issue, and I don't want to point out wasted. The COVID era subsidy only affects 7% of Americans. Okay, all this hullabaloo is over 7%. Now, every American, 100% of Americans, need their healthcare costs to come down. Republicans have ideas to do that. Now, what I've got to do is build consensus deliberately around the best ideas, and we've been working on that. The majority leader and working on it, and we're pulling those ideas together, and there will be a Republican response to this, okay? So I can't project in advance what that will be because I don't know what the consensus is in that room, but you will see our sleeves rolled up and that work being done in earnest this week as we bring all that together. I told everybody we are going to respond. We understand the need of bringing down healthcare costs and at the same time raising access to care and quality of care. The Republican Party is the party that can do that. We're going to improve the system for Americans, and we have good ideas to do it. We have a lot of thoughtful people working on this, and we'll be pulling it together. So no, the answer is no, I did not project any outcome of this morning. We were talking about the various ideas, and we're working right now. People are very passionate about this, and they should be because their constituents understand the necessity of it. So